At the Greenberg Ice Pavilion second intermission, and I'll tell you what, it's a who's who of Penn State hockey here, but managed to grab these two guys, former captain Matt Kirstein and his dad Greg, who when he takes his hockey dad hat off, which I guess he's done now, is the General Counsel for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I feel sorry for you, but anyway.
30th of 30, that's okay.
you gotta start somewhere, right?
Trying to catch the Islanders.
Yeah, really. Matty, looking around here, we got Paradise is over there, Pronchik, Teddy Hume, Taylor, Sarah. You guys look like you're ready to go out there and skate tonight. What do you like what have you seen, and what do you like from the team this year?
I think they play at a really fast pace. I think that Coach Godowski's made them buy into a lot of the little things. They back check real hard. They block shots. They get the puck on net a lot. It's cliche as it sounds. I think it's those kind of plays that win you a lot of hockey games against a bunch of different style of teams. So I think they could play a lot of teams, whether skilled or physical, whatever. They can still win the game because they have a very adaptable game to their in their arsenal there.
We talked earlier in the year, back in the first semester, about how the team has come together, and as a former captain, I think that's probably you're really happy to see that.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing, especially in college when you have a lot of people at different ages, different times of their lives. So, people are looking for jobs. People have just started their freshman year. So you have some different maturity levels, different types of people. And I think if you can get everybody on the same page, that's almost more important than what's going on the ice.
Greg, you were at Ohio for the Friday night game.
I was there.
I know we didn't get a chance to chat, but I know you enjoyed it, and it was always fun going back to the Bird Arena. We're all going to miss that place.
I think the one downside of the move to Division I might be no more ACHA games in Athens, Ohio. They show up loud, they show up proud. They're even a little evil at times, but it's great fun, and Coach Morris does a nice job down there. I think their fans are going to miss it too. I think they're going to work real hard to try to establish a rivalry with someone else, but I think Penn State's irreplaceable.
As a professional hockey executive in the NHL, even if it is the 30th place team, it's the top rung of the ladder.
There you go.
What your assessment of what you see from the Icers this year?
The first thing I noticed down at Athens, how fluid the line changes are. The bench is totally in sync with what's going on the ice. That's a credit to the players and the coaching staff. And I noticed a little less panic in the defense corps than I used to see. So, just as an observer, that jumped out at me right away.
You obviously weren't here last Saturday when they took two bench minors for too many men on the ice. But you're absolutely right, though. I mean, the flow of the game is much different. And, Matty, one of the things that the guys have talked about that have come back this year has been how, it's like a rising tide floats all boat. They're playing so much more up-tempo than what they were in previous years.
I think he preaches an up-tempo style. You can tell. He's not going to trap. He's never going to let anybody take the game to them. They may be down 2-0, but they're going to play very physical. They're going to push the tempo, and they're going to stick to their style. And I think it's worked out very well for them. They also have a decent amount of guys that can finish the puck. So, that's obviously huge. When you need a goal, you have a couple guys. More than a couple guys that can put away a goal for you in the last couple minutes. So I think that's helped them a lot.
Greg, you didn't come back for the Saturday game because you had some business dealings to deal with. One of the things you had to deal with on that Saturday was the fact that the Jackets have been awarded the All-Star game next year, and you tweeted that you hope that they have somebody to represent the team. I know you will.
Yeah.
But obviously a big coup for Columbus, and it's got to be good because of the struggles the team has gone through both on and off the ice this year.
Yeah, I think for our fans, it's reestablished that the franchise is very, very viable. People are starting to doubt because of the on-ice product, where we stand. But we've got committed ownership. We've got a wonderful city. Those that have been to our arena, we contend it's one of the top 3 in the NHL. And I think this shows that the league and all of North America agrees with that. We're looking forward to hosting the World, as crazy as that sounds. It'll be a great week.
How about a Big Ten conference tournament in a couple of years?
Yeah, I think there's every possibility that we're centrally located, between Minnesota and Penn State. The Buckeyes are 4 miles up the street from Nationwide Arena. Our building's on very good terms with Ohio State. The NCAA basketball is there in a couple weeks, so that wouldn't surprise me either. And we already host the Big Ten baseball tournament across the street in our AAA baseball park. So
And the Winter Classic next year already announced. No surprise at the Big House, my Maple Leafs and the Red Wings. A lot of question about whether they will sell out. I think what they call Leafs Nation, I hate using that term, but I think they'll show up, as will Detroit's fans as well.
Yeah, 109,000 is a lot of hockey tickets, but if you're going to do it anywhere, do it in Detroit and in driving distance of Toronto. I mean, sort of the two capitals of hockey in the two countries. I think they'll be fine. The interest is already through the roof in just 3-4 days since the announcement.
I'll play devil's advocate. Is the outdoor thing, I know we had a great time in Philly, but is the outdoor thing getting overdone?
I think they have to be careful. The few occasions that I've listened to the commissioner, his first worry is the day that it's 55 degrees and drizzling. They've been able to move it to nighttime. They've been able to move it back a day, but there's always that chance of it just going away. To their credit, they've moved a lot of bowl games off of a traditional bowl game day, and it's become must-see TV at 1 o'clock on New Year's Day. So I don't think we're at overdone yet, but I think you have to be careful with that, yeah.
Suiting up tomorrow in the alumni game?
I am.
All right, well, I'm going to take the day off and give you a break. Matt Kirstein, Greg Kirstein, thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Quick timeout. We'll be back with the third period with Penn State up on top of Mercyhurst by a score of 4-1 on the Penn State Hockey Network.